Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to an episode of Cammy Cam. I am Cammy Cam, and here's the new guest this time. Introduce yourself.
My name is MPC, or you can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/MPC15942. But only the 2 is there because, COVID happened and technical issues happened on my main channel.
Yeah.
But it's still my main channel. I've still been doing on YouTube for 10 years. But that's...
You've been doing it longer than I have. Damn.
Well, I'm the reason I'm actually, if you guys don't know Cammy Cam Universe, I'm actually the one who convinced Cammy Cam over here to get on YouTube.
And I finally did it.
From Facebook.
And I finally did in 2024.
Yeah. From a dying platform.
Yes. Oh, it is pretty dying, Facebook is.
Facebook always has been.
Yeah. So, you're going by
MPC.
MPC.
Yeah, you can just call me MPC.
Okay, that's simple enough.
Yeah.
I want to get this right.
Yeah.
You're going by your YouTube name. So go look him up on YouTube if you guys haven't. This is a getting to know guest segment, so we're going to get to know a little more about each of us. So let's go ahead and begin. When you were little, what did you want to be growing up?
Well, there's a lot of jobs. I have a lot of dreams. One of them, which people are not like, is politician. I think that the politicians should be like the current politicians should be like Reagan for the people.
Yeah.
That was always my main dream. Or in entertainment business, which that's why I do YouTube. I love entertaining people. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for anything like that.
That's exactly how I am.
I do it for entertainment purposes. Entertainment was my other dream, and my third dream is I still want to do it, which I can probably achieve one day. Hopefully, pro wrestler.
Pro wrestler.
Pro wrestler was always a thing, but entertainment it seems like I'm achieving because my hobby is YouTube, and I love doing it.
Okay, I didn't know that. Huh?
Yeah.
I learned a little more about you.
Yeah.
What do you think I want to be growing up?
Growing up, you probably grew up wanting to be like. You seem like an outdoorsy person, so you seem like you wanted to be something outdoors, or you wanted to be something in history.
You pegged me all wrong.
Well, what did you want to be?
Growing up, I wanted to be a teacher.
A teacher? See, that was my other dream, too.
But they don't get appreciated or paid enough.
Yeah, but they should be.
They should be, yeah.
Technically, teachers are federal workers, so they should be getting federal worker pay, so they should be making $100,000 a year.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Technically, you do work for the state, because you are state. If you're not private, if you're not a private school teacher, you work for the public schools are run by the state that you live in. So you should be getting paid state money. You should be getting paid state worker salary.
Yeah. I agree with that completely. That's why I didn't become a teacher.
That was one of my other dreams, too. I love history. And if you check out my YouTube channel, I have a series called Unknown History, where I talk about, like, unknowns in history, like former presidents that no one knows about. Like, my recent video that I did was Calvin Coolidge. And the man was the budget president. He did a lot of budget and stuff. But, yeah, I wanted to be a history teacher, but I'm like, they don't get paid nothing. But the thing is, they should be, because technically, if you're public school, you're technically state. You're a state government worker.
Yeah, I'm going to check your YouTube channel out after these videos.
It's great.
Yes. But yeah, I want to be a teacher. And the funny thing is, you think I was more outdoorsy when I was growing up?
You seem like it.
No, as a kid, I was shy. I was never like the person I am. It took me getting out of school to outgrow any of that. I would always stay inside, play video games, and not do shit.
It took me into like around middle school, into elementary school, middle school to. I was a little bit shy, a little bit too growing up, but then I was like, I got out of preschool, got into elementary school, and I was like, we gotta learn how to become friends with people. And then you get into middle school, and now you're not as shy.
Yeah, I just in school, I didn't try to really make that many friends. I was shy, quiet. I just wanted to go there, do what I'm supposed to do, go home. I like school, but I just wasn't as social as I am now.
Seeing from your personality, it seems like you like it.
I outgrew my shell a lot. I had to overcome a lot. So, yes. What's your biggest fear?
Not really I have fears, but it's not really a big fear. It's more of a lot of people don't like to fail. I like to try to be determined. I like to try. It's not really fear of failing. It's more fear of not getting able to succeed what I'm doing. You know, when I set my mind to something, I usually try to do it.
You try to get it done.
Yeah, like I said, one of my dreams was to run for politics. I did that one time, and I was like, I didn't make it, but it's like I stayed determined, and I'm like, can't let that set you back.
And you go, oh, that actually is really good advice too.
It's like you can't be set back when you do this kind of stuff.
Don't get discouraged for stuff that doesn't happen. At least you tried to go for it.
I did.
That's what you're basically saying.
Yeah.
Well, my biggest fear would probably be heights. Once I got on the drop zone with my relative and little brother.
The drop zone sucks.
I basically didn't want to look like a chicken or anything, because basically I dared my little brother and my relative asked him, like, hey, if you ride this, I'll ride it. He goes, okay. Normally he doesn't do that shit. I think he did that just in spite for me.
He's like, I know he's afraid.
So basically, I didn't want to be a chicken shit, so I rode it. Once I got up to the top, I swear my heart left my chest. Once I looked down, and once it went down, I'm like, oh my God.
That was my first time. So my first time, I actually had the same experience. When my first time riding the Diamondback at Kings Island was like, oh my God, get me off this thing. And then we went down the drop. I'm like, oh, this is fun. I'm not really afraid of heights. It was just, I'm like, this thing's super high up. It's a metal roller coaster, and you know, roller coasters at the time when I rode it didn't have a big, a big reputation for, not being real good at safety. And it's like, oh, I didn't like this. And then I rode it, and I was like, this, after the first drop, I'm like, this is awesome.
You know what you should do when you ride a roller coaster? Watch Final Destination.
Oh, I don't do that. I know what you're talking about, Cammy, and I don't feel like I should watch Final Destination.
But I went to Kings Island with my friends, and I think I was the only one out of like 5 people that did not ride the freaking roller coasters. I just sat back and held everyone's stuff because I'm like, no, I'm good.
Put this man on Orion. It's like 300 feet tall drop.
Yeah, I saw them, and I saw everyone go, oh!
When I went to Kings Island recently, I saw the drop. I was like, this thing is huge.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't do heights. I need to overcome that dramatically.
Sometimes it's more, the fear of heights is more the fear of falling. That's very connected, but the fear of falling is more what you're afraid of when it comes to heights. Like, it's because you look down and you're like, oh, I'm gonna fall. Your brain thinks you're gonna fall. That's more of what the fear of heights is. It's like your brain looks like it's gonna think this is going to slip and I'm going to fall off of this. That's more of what the fear of heights seems like to me.
Not only that, there's been some instances where my seatbelt kind of felt loose on the ride when it goes off, and I'm like, oh shit.
My friend actually had that experience at Kings Island as well, where her seatbelt was loose, and she said something. They're like, it was like on a roller coaster. It wasn't the Banshee, but it's like, well, you said something, and they're like, oh, it's fine. It's like, if it wasn't buckled all the way, they should do something about that.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to tell people because I'm always nervous in a ride anyway, so I'm just like,
well, you should, because your safety is, your life and safety is more important than their $1,000.
You just wait on the news. Kid falls off roller coaster.
Cammy Cam
wasn't fastened.
Cammy Cam.
That would be ironic.
Then I have to make a YouTube video on my channel, R.I.P. Cammy Cam.
Okay, what is the craziest or stupidest thing you have ever done? I'll go first on it and think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a couple crazy ones. I'll go with this one, though. When I was at work, working in produce at the time, this happened maybe 12 years ago. It's been a long time. But I was working produce, and it was back when the potato flats actually had foil around them when they came in on truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I climbed a potato flat for some reason. I'm trying to remember why. I think I had to get something from the top shelf or something. But I climbed it, and and then someone called me Superman, so I jumped off, and the end of my shoe got connected to the top of the thing, and I fell like freaking chin first on the freaking concrete ground. I'm lucky I didn't die or get seriously injured. But the odd thing is, my coworker at the time goes, "You know you're bleeding, right, underneath the chin?" I was like, I didn't know that. I didn't feel any pain for some reason. But
too much adrenaline.
Yeah, probably. But I went to urgent care and they gave me, I think, like 5 stitches, and that was not fun. And when I went to go get the stitches out, I passed out because they say they numbed it up here, but I could feel every little tug they did.
Well, that's your first mistake. Urgent care is called urgent care for a reason. Non-trained professional care.
well, so that's one of my horror stories. And some of the
sponsored by urgent care.
Yeah, but that's a stupid thing that I've done. You can agree with that.
Yeah, mine is more, you know, I tried to, you know, riding in the back of pickup trucks on the highway is one thing that you don't want to do, especially on a bumpy highway. I've done that. Most of my stupid stuff was just, I did this because I wanted to do this. It's not really, I did it, and it really didn't really cause that much injury. One thing was that crashing my cousin's moped was flipping it. That was one thing. I was trying to drive it, and he had it. It wasn't even my fault. I think he had it still in like neutral or park, and it flipped backwards.
Oh my god!
But not really anything really dumb that I've done just because, or someone dared me to do it. I just do stupid stuff because we're all do stupid stuff as kids.
Well, if you watch my YouTube channel and all the videos I will be posting, you'll see some really stupid ass shit I do. I've done Carolina Reaper stuff. I've done hot with chicken wing challenges.
I have not done that one. I want
Bamboozle jelly beans.
I've not done that one either on the channel, but I have done the Carolina Reaper.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
I weaned some of my friends off hot things just by Carolina Reaper stuff.
I've eaten them before too. Like, one thing that I suggest, it's not as hot as you think. Carolina Reaper chocolate. It's Carolina Reaper infused chocolate.
Oh, I did that with Guess.
Chocolate bar, Carolina Reaper? Yeah.
I did that? Oh, my guest hated it.
My friend did that with me. I was like, dude. But we did, my first time trying it was in high school, and I tried it, and it's like middle of chemistry class. And I'm like, I could not stop. My eyes could not stop watering, and my nose was running the whole, I was like, oh my gosh. The worst part of eating Carolina Reapers, after you have to take a poop, and just burns your butt. That's what hurt.
But I've had some people eat like mini pieces of that.
The candy bar?
Yeah. Oh, instead of one, they ate like 2 or 3. And they wonder why they hurt. Yeah. But yeah, there's been some crazy stuff. But that's one thing that I did myself outside of the videos. But stay tuned for the crazy videos. You don't want to miss them.
Crazy videos.
Yeah.
Throws a guy off the roof.
Throws a guy off the roof. Let's see here. Let's go with what is something you always wanted to learn how to do?
Learned a lot of stuff. One thing I didn't learn, I've done in the snow sport things I've done was skiing. I like to learn that. I've done snowshoeing and snowboarding before, but I've never done skiing. That'd be cool to learn one day.
You ever go to Perfect North Slopes or anything?
Yeah, I've been there. But it's just learning that, or just learning more languages. Yeah. Just learning how to be fluent. I'd like to learn more German and learn how to be fluent in more German. so I can like have a full conversation with somebody that knows German.
That would be cool.
It's something I've always wanted to learn. It's more just learning more history, more culture, and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think something that I'm continuing to learn every day, just for my YouTube and Facebook channels, is I'm just learning how to run the pages, doing the editing, and doing all this stuff. I'm learning everything new every single day. Yeah, it's just going into starting YouTube. I did not know a thing about editing. I've never done it a day in my life.
I still haven't.
Because I used to always do just live videos, not pre-recorded.
I still haven't done editing in 10 years. So.
You haven't? It's not fun.
It's not fun.
I've probably done like 300 or over 300 videos since last year. It's not fun. But the result of doing the videos and sharing it with everyone, that is a plus. I just enjoy doing the content and entertaining people like you do.
That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Even if they're not edited, I still.
But people ask me all the time, "Are you making money?" No, but I'm doing it for fun. Because
YouTube, so to make money on YouTube, it's not as bad as Twitch. That's why I recommend YouTube over Twitch. Yeah. If you like if you just want to do live streams, Twitch is great. But YouTube also you can do live streams. With Twitch, you have to basically make it a full-time job. You have to have 40 hours in. You have to stream these many days a week. You have to do this, this, and this, and then you get Twitch partner. With YouTube, you hit 1,000 subscribers, you monetize. You hit a certain views on YouTube Shorts. If you make YouTube Shorts, which I don't, I've done like 2. And if you hit a certain amount of views watched on your channel, then you hit it. You don't have to upload constantly. You just got to hit views and a subscriber.
Yeah, that's the only thing you really got to hit.
With Twitch, you have to be live like almost 7 days a week.
What?
Yeah, because you have to have 40 hours. You have to do 40 hours in total. It has to be like a lot. It has to be a full-time job. Like people say, Twitch is hard because it is. Yeah. And YouTube, having YouTube as a full-time job, it is hard. But I think Twitch is a harder full-time job than YouTube. Yeah,
that's why I enjoy being on YouTube. I'm new to it, and I'm learning all this new stuff every day on it, which...
Yeah, it's the Creator Studio, YouTube Studio.
That does miracles.
It has so much advice what to do.
It tells you, like, keywords people look for. It tells you everything.
That's one thing I try to look out for, too, is when you go to edit your videos or post videos, it takes you to YouTube Studio. And YouTube Studio gives you, like, oh, here's a suggestion to do this. It's like, it's interesting.
Yeah. But it's fun, and I'm glad to be on the journey with it. And the final question is, what is the best vacation you ever took?
Well, I've only been in one place, and I've made a video about it, and it's Tennessee. So
Tennessee?
I've only traveled once. I want to travel more. My goal is to travel 50 states.
That is a good goal.
I want to travel all 50 states just for the history alone. I want to see the presidential graves. All presidential grave sites. That's one thing as well. Just for the history alone. Or any of the houses. If I can't see the grave sites, any of the houses that are still remaining. I've seen Andrew Jackson's house. So beautiful. And they told me the story of how it burnt down and then they replaced it from wood to marble. And it's made out of marble and stuff like that. But some of the original stuff that's in the house is still there. It's behind glass, but it's still there.
I think you should do a whole blog or something. You can't traveling.
I would love to.
You would get a lot of views on visiting all 50 states.
To do that. My goal is to visit all 50. Since being in Indiana, I went to Ohio, Kentucky, obviously, but Tennessee is.
So, what was your favorite thing about visiting Tennessee?
I liked Broadway. Tennessee Broadway, where all the bars are at. That was nice. It's a very electric crowd at night. Very interesting. A lot of scam sellers that are trying to sell you their junk basically. But like that's cool. One of my favorite things is the Country Music Hall of Fame. Country Music Hall of Fame was great. Yeah. And then Andrew Jackson's house was fun. I love the tour. Some of the original stuff is still there. One of the original cabins is there. It's interesting.
See, my favorite thing, I I think Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and Florida are my 2 favorite places.
I heard Florida's very good.
Florida,
that's one place
the beach, the sunset, sunrise, all that, just amazing.
I've heard great things.
They got the freshest fish, mahi. Oh my god, amazing. That's what I like about Florida. Tennessee, I'm going to add on to your stuff. I'm going to say moonshine distilleries. That's one of my favorites.
They had some stuff on Broadway where we could try moonshine tasting. We just didn't get a chance to do it.
Well, if you do ever go back there, they got moonshine distilleries. I think you pay like $5. They'll give you like 8 to 12 shots. Then they'll give you a $5 thing to spend in the store. Really? So basically, it's like getting it free. So it's
one thing I do want to see there is the Jack Daniel's tour. It is the tour of the Jack Daniel's factory. It's interesting.
Oh yeah, because that's a Tennessee.
That's in Nashville.
Yeah,
it's in Nashville. It's Tennessee.
Okay. I didn't even think about
that.
They
have other distilleries out. Like Jack Daniel's made some mixed beer drinks recently, a variety pack, but that's made in Wisconsin. But the actual whiskey's made in Tennessee.
Okay. I didn't even think about that. That's good to know. Mm-hmm. And to add on finally to Tennessee is I really enjoy visiting the Titanic Museum. That was amazing going to the Titanic Museum. Oh yeah, you definitely need to visit it. My passenger died, but they have a room. They have a room where the water is as cold as it was with all the survivors. Yeah,
the Atlantic Ocean.
With all the people in the water. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Atlantic Ocean is cold.
But it was freaking freezing in that room. It was fun though.
Yeah, because it's the middle of the ocean in the middle of winter.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely go check that out in Tennessee. All that stuff.
I need to.
But that is Cammy Cam, guys, and introduce your YouTube name and your YouTube channel here.
So I'm MPC, but I go on YouTube. It's MPC 1594 and then TWO. There's a space TWO. That's the channel I upload to. The main channel is MPC 1594, but I don't really use that channel anymore because when COVID happened, Google's like, you know what? No more employees. Basically, couldn't get contact with them. Passwords, stuff like that. First, technical issues. So MPC 1594-2. That's the channel you want to see. He's probably gonna put it on his featured channels. But if you know how to do that, I can show you. Yeah. But MPC 1594-2. That's where I am on YouTube.
Yeah, so definitely go check him out on YouTube. But this is both of us signing out. I want to thank you for being a new guest on the channel, man.
Hopefully come back.
How comfortable are you doing these videos on your first one here?
I've been doing videos for 10 years.
So on another platform.
On another platform, it's just an instinct at this point.
Yes.
If you've been doing it for a decade, it's just instinct.
Yeah, true.
That's how it feels like. I've been because you're gonna watch this footage back. I've been staring at the camera this whole time because I'm used to it. I'm used to staring at a camera, and that's how you interact with the audience. See, I look at the camera. I also look at the guests. So I was looking at you a little bit. But it's just instinct kicks in. I'm like, camera. Yes. Hey, you got this down. Well, stay tuned to see him on more videos, guys. Thanks for joining the Getting to Know guest and getting to know us both better. Stay tuned for more videos, and remember to like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying any of the content and any of the guests on the videos. Thanks for joining. Peace out. Press the bell. Press the bell. Stay notified when he uploads. Yeah, exactly. And go check out his YouTube channel as well. Thanks for joining, guys.